Hey everybody, Repel here, and I have Battle 170. Today I'm using a brand new mixture of my NU team. I got the Wigglytuff, Steelix, Flareon, Lanturn, Cryogonal, and my oh so famous and powerful Seadra. Now my opponent today has the Mega Charizard Y, Greninja, Espeon, Ferligatr, possibly Mega Beedrill, and Pikachu. So, two possible megas on his team. So let's just get right onto it. I've been itching to use this NU team, and fortunately I am able to test it out today. My opponent does go for the Pikachu, and I actually went for the Wigglytuff. Now Pikachu is very random. Like, they can learn so many different moves. It could be a physically offensive Pikachu or a specially offensive Pikachu. I switched out expecting maybe either a fake out or electric move. Turns out my opponent does go for the Iron Tail. And I'm so glad I switched out my Wigglytuff, because honestly Wigglytuff would not have appreciated a freaking Iron Tail. And I'm pretty sure this Pikachu probably carried the Light Ball. So I thought perhaps Charizard would come out and I could just go for the Rock Slide, but you know what, I think Stealth Rocks is slightly more important in this battle. Simply because, well, it's Stealth Rocks, you know, and my opponent does have this Charizard and Beedrill. I stayed in because honestly I can't really expect to take any kind of attack coming from this Charizard. Come on, man, this is Mega Charizard Y in the freaking sun. Like, even my Flareon would not have appreciated that. But now that I think about it, it's a little bit safer for me to bring out my Flareon now. And I know that I can take one Air Slash, and I actually take it really well, take it less than half. So I went for a Flame Charge here to build up some speed. Because after one Flame Charge, I pretty much outspeed almost everything in his team. Well, maybe not the Greninja, but everything else. And I'm able to outspeed this Charizard and finish it off with a Facade. Very easy kill right there. That's what I love about Flareon. It's a great fire counter. Now my opponent now goes into the Ferligatr. Now keep in mind, Ferligatr is actually really bulky, but it's also thanks to Stealth Rocks, I actually have a 50% chance to kill. And I am so glad I landed my Stealth Rocks so early in this game. Yes, the poison is slowly killing me, but you know what? Flareon just defeated both Mega Charizard Y and Ferligatr. I cannot complain there. Usually Beedrills do run Protect. You know, we already saw that the Mega in his party is Charizard, so it's just a regular Beedrill. I'm thinking, fine, he's not going to go for Protect next turn. Like, there's no way. I'm just going to finish him off. I don't even have to go for a Flare Blitz. A Facade will suffice. Turns out my opponent gets double Protect. 2 freaking Protects in a row. Like, that is amazing. That is a very good, like, play right there. Very lucky, actually. I have to say, 2 Protects is extremely lucky, but that is okay, because I'm going to go into my defensive wall. My opponent boldly stays in and goes for the Poison Jab. Most powerful attack coming from Beedrill, but let's just be honest. I am an EVO like Seadra, and I am heavily invested in defense. And I get it a crit, but you know, I didn't quite kill him, but honestly, this Beedrill's not going to do too much to me. He does go for Protect. I mean, that's fine. That is favorable on his part because he does get that poison residual damage. But keep in mind, my Seadra runs Rest, so I can heal up my HP and poison status whenever I like. So I did just go for the Rest. And my opponent actually went for the double Protect earlier again. I mean, he really loves using double Protect. Personally, I always try to avoid double Protects unless I'm very desperate. I mean, I'm just not a very lucky guy. Let's just be honest. I'm sure some of my loyal fans have watched my battles and have noticed that I am not the luckiest Pokemon battler ever. But that is okay. I wanted to go for an early Rest because I'm greedy, and not to mention I'm a little paranoid in case the Beedrill gets like a critical or something. But I roll Rest with Sleep Talk. I was really hoping I could just get a Skull, or maybe even a Disable, like anything, you know, anything is better. Expecting my opponent go for the Protect is just so damn obvious. I'm gonna go for a Rest, you know what? Like, at least my turn's not wasted, but his turn was wasted. If my opponent loves going for Protect that much, then so be it. Now he does go for another poison jab. That's fine. That is admirable. Most powerful attack after all. So I'd go for a Sleep Talker. Let's see what I get. I don't get Scald. I do get Disable. So this Beedrill lives another day. But at least now he cannot use Poison Jab. So he has to go for the weaker Drill Run, which is sweet. And maybe I can just get a Scald this turn. But of course I don't. I think I went for Sleep Talk like 5 times and I still did not get a single Scald. So unfortunately my opponent will just go for that freaking Drill Run, but I'm thinking, you know what, that is quite enough. There's really no point for me to go for a rest anymore. I'm still sitting slightly above half HP. I figured let's just end this Beedrill's life. My opponent could have switched out, but you know I do have Stealth Rocks, so it was not wise for my opponent to switch out of those Beedrills. Electric move is coming out, Steelix is gone, but I still have one more Pokemon that is immune to electric moves. That's right, it is my Lanturn. I love Volt Absorb, it's such a great ability. And come on man, Iron Tail, I resist it. Because I'm electric and water, so I resist steel moves 4 times. Which is fine, which is totally fine. Now Espeon's coming out, I'm not really sure what this Espeon can do. Maybe he can go for a Grass Knot. But even so, a Grass Knot is not going to do too much to Lanturn because I do have the freaking Assault Vest. Turns out he does go for a Swift, which is actually not a bad move at all, but I do carry an Assault Vest, guys. I will eat up a lot of special attacks. Speaking of Assault Vest, my Wigglytuff is also carrying the Assault Vest as well. So I have 2 Pokemon in my team that is holding the Assault Vest. Now the Greninjas I'm thinking out. Okay, so I bet like 20 bucks he's going to go for Grass Knot. But nope, turns out he does not have Grass Knot. And more importantly, this is more of like a physical or mixed Greninja. I went for the Ice Beam, hoping that he would actually go for the Grass Knot because I could live quite a few Grass Knots. But, you know, too bad, so sad. It is my opponent's last Pokemon, so there's really no point for me to switch out anymore. Just let my Lanturn die. I'm thinking, okay, he's probably offensive. So if he is offensive, I can take Gunk Shot really well. Like, look at that. Holy crap. Protean Gunk Shot only did like 20% to Seadra, and that is amazing. I could have went for the Disable, but I think it was slightly more important that I just heal up. Now it has revealed that my opponent is actually a mixed Greninja, and honestly that is not uncommon. Mixed Greninjas are pretty amazing, and unfortunately he does flinch me, so I couldn't do anything about it. He doesn't flinch me this turn, so hopefully I can maybe go for like a nice Scald, burn him, or maybe even disable the Dark Pulse. Turns out I do disable the Dark Pulse, which is great because these Dark Pulses are doing a lot. But at the same time, I lost quite a lot of HP thanks to Dark Pulse and thanks to flinches. But I'm kind of glad I disabled his Dark Pulse. But turns out my opponent has no more moves because he used up all of his Gunk Shots on my Lanturn and on my Seadra. So, and not to mention, his Dark Pulse is gone because I disabled it. So his 2 moves left are most likely Ice Beam and maybe like a Water Attack. But he does not want to use a Water Attack because if he uses a Water Attack, he will become a Water type. And Water type Pokemon is very weak to Freeze Dry. Freeze Dry is a special ice move after all. It does super effective damage towards water types. But yeah, his Ice Beams are not doing jack shit. Not that his Dark Pulse nor his Water move would do that much either, simply because my Cryogonal is actually a special wall. And there you go. Fabulous, fabulous battle, and what a great team my opponent has. Like, every single one of his team is so damn deadly. So guys, give a huge thumbs up for my opponent's team, and hope you guys enjoy this battle. Make sure to like this video and comment and subscribe. See you guys next time.